We got the brick rod. I'm one of the first content creators to ever get the brick rod, and I'm not joking. Here it is right here. Here's the stats, and it's pretty OP. I'll show you guys step by step how to get this rod, because it's a little complicated if you don't understand how it is, but trust me, after this video, it's very easy. Just make sure you subscribe and drop a like right now so you never miss out any other videos, because I am the first content creator to get this rod. So first off, you got to make sure you are in the summer season, so it depends on when you guys are watching this video. So we were right about the summer season before this rod was even a thing, before the bricks were even a thing. So anyway, you can see whenever all the seasons start, it's usually a day buffer for all the seasons. So every season changes in every like 9 hours or so. So if you're watching this video right now, you need to do this literally right now. All right, here we go. So once it's summer, you need to know this location. Now this location is right by Roslet Bay and Terrapin. Right in the middle of those two islands, you're gonna see an unnamed island, and it's called Harvester Spike, but you won't be able to see it like an actual name tag, but it's right here. Now once you're here, you're gonna want to make it nighttime, so you can use a sundial for night, and then you're gonna want it foggy, so you can get the smoke screen totem, which is located in Mushgrove, and use that. And then once you do those two things, wait for it to turn light, the secret NPC will spawn. So when I was streaming this, I was one of the first people to get this NPC to spawn, and then everyone else figured it out. So big shout out to Lobster C100. He actually helped me out through the entire process. So anyway, when you talk to him, he's gonna say a lot of different things. In my case, he's saying bring me a fish, but that's because I already completed all the steps. So when you first talk to him, he'll say you rest. He'll say you must rest in the rocks of the Desolate. That pretty much means just set your spawn point in Desolate. So just go Desolate Deep to the innkeeper and just set your spawn point here. Once you set your spawn point here, you could just leave, doesn't really matter, and do this next step. You first want to go click all the bricks. So there's one brick in Roslet Bay on top of the volcano. So I'll just go to Roslet Bay here, equip a glider, you know, go as fast as you can. I'll just go to this volcano. Now keep in mind also, you need to do this very fast, because every hour one of the steps change, and I can't really tell you what it is every hour because it's completely randomized every hour. So I'll get to that part after, because you gotta do all these steps anyway. So let's just go on top of Roslet Volcano, and then you'll see a random brick. All right, now once you're on top of the volcano, you just climb all the way up, and you'll see this brick over here. You just want to click it, and then once you click it, an effect will happen as well as a sound effect. Once you've done that, that means you've done it correct. In case you want the exact location of this brick, here's the coordinates. But once you've gotten that, you just want to get out of here and go over to the depths or Ancient Isle. I'll go to whatever I see first. If I see a whirlpool first, I'll go to depths first, but it really doesn't matter. I usually just do the depths first if I see it, because I don't want the whirlpool to go away, and you have to do this as fast as possible. And also, I'd say just in case, don't die. I don't think it matters if you die or not when you click all the bricks, but I never died while clicking these bricks, so I just say just in case, don't die while doing this. All right, I didn't see a whirlpool, so I'm at Ancient Isle right now, and in Ancient Isle, you want to go to that room where the solar eclipse totem is and where the phoenix rod is. That room is pretty simple to go to. In case you guys don't know how to go there, you just got to climb up this way and then go across this river. So there's a river over here. You just want to go across and just keep climbing up. All right, so now once you're up over here, you want to go right here. There should be like this little fence here, and then there's a cave. In case you guys don't know where this is, I'll take out my GPS, and here's the coordinates. But you're gonna go over here, and you'll see another brick. You want to click on that brick. I already clicked it. It'll do the same effect. It'll do a visual effect as well as a sound effect. Now once you've done that, you want to find a strange whirlpool. That strange whirlpool spawns randomly around the ocean. Usually it spawns near Moosewood, near the statue where you enchant your rods, or near Forsaken Shores. Those are usually like one of the most common spawn points. And also, you cannot server jump, because if you do server jump, you will have to do this entire process again. So do everything in one server. If you crash or something like that happens, you just got to repeat everything again. It's kind of sad. So like right now, I don't see a strange whirlpool. I don't want to rejoin or server hop, so I'm just gonna keep spamming sundials. All right, not gonna lie, it's kind of dragging, so I'll just show you a clip of where this brick is since I already clicked it. Anyway, you're gonna go into the strange whirlpool, and then once you're there, you gotta go to the depths. So go to the depths. There's a merchant. You go to the left side exactly where I am. You'll see a red crystal. When you see the red crystal, keep going, and you'll see a brick right here. That brick is the brick you gotta click. All right, it'll do the same exact effect as all the other bricks, and then that's your third brick. Okay, that's all done, and now you want to go back to that same island that's right by Roslet Bay and Terrapin Island, and that's this island right over here. So once you go to this island, you want to talk to that NPC again. So you gotta make it nighttime, and you gotta make it foggy. So use a sundial and use a smoke screen totem. Now you might run into some problems where it'll give you other messages than the message that I got, and what you have to do is use a specific title. Now there's a ton of titles in the game, and every single hour the title changes. So right now, from when I'm recording, the title is Vigilante, and you get this title from completing the quest in Mushgrove to get the fungus rod. And I didn't have this before, so I just got it, and then I talked to this guy, and then once you talk to him, he tells you to bring a fish of many poison spines, which obviously is a puffer fish. Then once you talk to him, he teleports you. So if you don't get that message, you need to equip another title. It could literally be any other title. It's randomized every hour. So I can't really tell you guys this, but I'd say just join my Discord server, and there's a lot of people talking. So if there is someone that already completed the title, just join my Discord server, ask around, and they'll tell you what the title is at whatever time you're trying to get it. I'll have my Discord server pinned in the comments. It's discord.gg/rfg. And if that still doesn't work, then you have to do another step. There's ways people skipped a lot of steps for this, so I'll just go over everything in case this still doesn't happen for you. Go down to Desolate Deep in the Trident Room. I think everyone knows where this is, and put in all your enchant relics. Open this door. This sometimes isn't needed, but for whatever reason, I needed to do it. A lot of other players didn't, but that might have been because mine was glitched out because I had a lot of issues during stream. But I'd say if it doesn't work, maybe yours is glitched out just like mine, and open the Trident door, and that's it. I'm like 90% sure it was just a coincidence for me, but it's just so you know. Obviously, do all the steps I mentioned before, the main steps, and then try. That should get you the rod. If you get this message, that means you just need a different title. So if you try the title that I have, then you still got that message. You're just gonna need a different title. It changes every hour, so you're gonna have to try to guess. Anyway, once you've got the correct title, like for me, I already got it. I'll talk to him right now. He'll say ... and boom, it'll just teleport you to the brick rod that costs $13,337. And now, if you guys are not able to get this rod right now, let me show you how OP this rod is. So the stats on it: lure speed is kind of mid, I ain't gonna lie. Luck is 75%. Control is 0.35, so it's kind of like a King's Rod. It's pretty insane, the bar. Resilience is 35%. Max KG is infinite. So it's mainly just to catch big fishes. It also has a passive ability, and the passive ability gives you this. It gives you a studded mutation. The studded mutation is pretty cool. I mean, you could kind of notice it. It pretty much makes any fish into a brick. You can kind of see the texture on this fish here. All right, so right over here, I'll use a rod. Yeah, the lure speed's really whack, I ain't gonna lie, but